are on the air. Alright, so number 11, and this is on the back. Number 11 asks you to find a pattern in the pairs of slopes for each set of lines. So, for this one, what I want us to do, and what I want you to do with your marker, is I want you to write down what our slopes are here. So, our first slope, we're going to call it M1, is 2/3, and M2 is -3/2. Does everybody agree? Because this is 2/3 and that's -3/2. The number in front of X is our slope. Do we agree or disagree?
Agree.
Okay. So you should be writing this on your paper. In marker, not a pencil. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Alright, what do you notice first off about those?
Oh, they got the negative, the inverse.
They both are.
Yeah. They both have a 2 and a 3, but one is what and one's what? Positive and negative. Awesome. What else do we notice about them? Here? They're flipped. And what is that word called?
Reciprocal.
Reciprocal. Bronson, take a point. That's what I'm talking about. All right. What about this guy? What are our two slopes here? All right. So M1 is -2, and M2 is 1/2. Now, do we have a positive and a negative here?
Yes.
Okay. Are these flipped?
Yes.
Like if I flipped 1/2 over, it would be 2, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. Yes, it would, Jorge. ¿Por qué no? No. All right. So let's look at this top one and see if our pattern still follows. So what's our slope of our first equation? 1/3. And what's our slope of our second equation? All right. Do we have a positive and a negative?
Yes.
And that's what we need. Are they flipped?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. So what patterns do we see? What did we just say? We see the same number, but they're flipped. So same numbers, but flipped. Awesome. Okay, what else do we see? A positive and a negative, right? Bo Battens is on a roll back there. Positive and negative slope. Do we see that every time? Yeah, we saw that every time. Every time. And what fancy word did Bronson use? Yes, reciprocal. And if you don't know how to spell it, I'm going to spell it. RECIPROCAL. 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 So everything that I have up here, you should be writing in marker. I should not see any pencils, and I still see pencils. And I'm not stupid. I'm going to remember it later when I'm grading. Just a fun fact, guys. I know y'all think you're smarter than me, but you're not. Right, Natalie? They think they're so smart. They think they're so sneaky. Alright, draw a conclusion that summarizes what you've observed. So remember, a conclusion is what you get to at the end, right? And when you're summarizing, you're just bringing it all together. So, what can you tell me about perpendicular lines? They cross each other, okay. They don't always cross with the x-axis, because remember, this one right here didn't cross with the x, and neither did that one. But they cross at a 90-degree angle, so perpendicular lines cross at a 90-degree angle. What else do we know about them? Based on what we saw in our pattern, what else do we know? Let's let somebody else's table answer. Y'all been on a roll. No, somebody else's table.
Into what?
The question was, I want you to draw a conclusion that summarizes what we've observed based on our pattern. So what else do we see based on the patterns we wrote down?
About perpendicular.
About perpendicular lines.
All perpendicular lines will cross at a 90 degree.
Yep, and we wrote that one down. So another one, that's okay. I want another one based on this pattern right here.
Oh, let me see.
If all perpendicular lines have opposite negatives.
They have opposite slopes, right? Okay, so perpendicular lines have opposite, and what else is true about their slopes? We have opposite. What's the other thing that we noticed? Reciprocal, yes, every single time. That is the most important thing. I don't know what you're saying. Write it on the side. Opposite reciprocal slopes. Did anybody get something like that last night? Look at you go. Is anybody else close? How many of us didn't do our homework? I feel like some of us are lying and not raising our hand because they don't want Miss Asbury to get upset. I'm really glad that you're raising your hand so proud, Alexis. Appreciate that. Jackson, you tried to do most of it? Awesome. All right, are we ready for the next page? Opposite reciprocal slopes, every time. So parallel lines have what kind of slope?
Perpendicular. 90 degrees.
Parallel. Parallel.
At the same.
Same slope. Perpendicular have
Opposite.
opposite. Reciprocal. Okay, we got to use that every time. Yes, Jorge. Porque yo lo digo. It didn't take. Alright, so number 13. Now, this is just like what we did before. We were talking about parallel lines, but this time, what kind of line do we have? Perpendicular. And what do we know about those slopes? Opposite. Opposite reciprocal every time. Alright, so this says, what is the slope for a line that is perpendicular to this one? Alright, is this positive or negative? Okay, so we know our perpendicular slope is going to be what? Negative. Alright, and reciprocal means that we flip it. So how would I flip 4? What would it become?
Negative 1. 4 minus negative 8. What the heck?
Negative 4.
Negative what?
Negative.
Okay, now I feel better about life. Thank you. Okay, so we know negative, and we need to flip 4. So it would be
Negative 4x
Negative 1/4.
minus 8.
negative 1/4. Take a point, bow buttons. Alright, so you flip your slope, guys. And what are all whole numbers hanging out with? An invisible what? An invisible 1. So if I flip 4 divided by 1, it becomes negative 1 divided by 4. I was just asking for the slope. So you just write the number. Alright, now this says, what is the slope for a line that is perpendicular to x equals negative 6? But, do we have a y in this? Okay, so we have to graph this. Let's talk about what the graph would look like right here. I'm going to cheat and do it on my phone. I know. Cheater, cheater, pumpkin eater. We are 5, guys, just in case y'all didn't know that. Alright, come on. Can everybody see this? What about now? Better? Alright, so if I say x equals negative 6. Alright, that red line is my graph. Now, for it to be perpendicular, now, before I say anything else, is this a vertical or horizontal line? Vertical. That's vertical. If you said vertical, take a point. And what is the slope of all vertical lines? What What is this slope?
Well, we said 100. 0.
No.
1.
0 is this. So what is this? Starts with a
10.
negative 0.
Yeah. 37.
What is the slope of this kind of line?
50.
Undefined. Take a point back there. Alright, so this slope is undefined. Now, what kind of line would be perpendicular to it? Would it be like this? So, would this be perpendicular?
No.
Guys, this would not be perpendicular to this line?
Oh, yeah, because it crosses through it.
At a 90-degree angle, right? Okay, so what is the slope of this line?
90.
0. So,
You stop learning stuff.
perpendicular, that would be nice if you would think before you yell it out. Perpendicular to an undefined is 0.
Yes.
So, what is the slope for a line that is perpendicular to x equals negative 6? 0.
Now, when I start thinking about it, it's already
So
gone.
it's just right there.
I know, but then after she said undefined, so I got it right, but then when you said undefined, so I scratched it out. Put undefined.
So you weren't listening to the whole thing is what you're telling me? Alright, so if you don't have undefined on your paper, make sure you write it in marker. We're correcting it. Let's go. Marker. You need to put it. Alright, write the equation for the line that is perpendicular to this one. Now, do we know what the slope is?
And 4. 8.
8.
Is it in slope-intercept form?
8.
No, so we need to solve for y. How would we solve this guy for y?
Divide.
Everybody breathe for a second. Breathe. Take a deep breath. No, stop talking and take a deep breath.
Negative 4.
Stop talking and take a deep breath. That's not a deep breath. That is not a deep breath. All right, Chandler, do you think you can tell me what to do first? And if you say divide by 4, y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
No, I was going to say that. Bring the 4 down, put it up on the
No.
Subtract it.
No.
Add it.
We don't touch the 4 yet.
Bring the 8 down, put it up on the
Subtract 8x. Okay.
Do it. Oh, we put that back on
I need everybody to breathe. Okay, now, why did I not combine my negative 8x and my 12?
Because
They're not
term.
They're not like terms. What would we have to do to the 12 to make it a like term?
you got to bring, it got to be a negative, positive, multiply it.
What? Stop. I don't even know what I was trying to ask now. Alright, is y by itself yet?
No.
What do we need to do?
Now bring the 4 down. And put it up under the
I need you to tell me to divide. You don't just bring it down. I'm not taking it down to the market. Like, that's not what we're doing. Alright, now, do I divide both terms by negative 4 or 1?
Both.
Both. Alright, what's negative 8 divided by negative 4?
Positive.
So,
Negative 3.
and then 12 divided by...
Negative 3.
Y'all, give everybody else a chance to think.
I'm sorry, but everybody else, I can go.
Man, you told me to think. Now when I try to think, it's already gone. I say something.
But I understand that y'all know it, and I love your enthusiasm, but let's let everybody else have a chance to think.
Yeah, guys, raise your hand. Pause it. Please pray. Please.
He's sitting there. You know, I can't.
Okay, now, it's... I just can't. Alright, it says write the equation for the line that is perpendicular to this and passes through the origin. So for it to pass through the origin, what's the y-intercept?
0.
Look at you go. Take a point. So we know it's going to be y equals something x. Do I have to write plus 0? Oh, I wrote it in the wrong spot.
Leave it.
I wrote it in the wrong spot. Sorry, guys. Ignore that one.
It's going to be y equals 3.
Alright, now. And I don't have to write plus 0, so I'll leave it. Now, my original slope was 2. What is my perpendicular slope?
Negative 3.
No, Tater.
Negative 3.
No, Tater. Guys, listen to me. My original slope is 2. So we need to find the opposite reciprocal. What is the opposite of positive 2?
Negative 1.
Negative. Stop. Now, if I flip 2 over, it's hanging out with an invisible 1. If I flip that over, what does it become? Negative 1/2. Is everybody with me?
Yes, ma'am. I know the first.
Okay, now let's look at this one. It's got to pass through 0, negative 10. Now remember, our y-intercept always has an x value of 0. So is this our y-intercept?
No.
It is.
Yes. No.
And perpendicular, we need an opposite reciprocal slope. So my slope right here is negative 1/3. What is the opposite reciprocal? Positive 3.
White.
So 3x minus 10. Did anybody get close to that last night? Woo! Look at you go.
So the H2O.
All right. Now this one says, "Are we ready?"
Yes.
Okay. Let's just take a deep breath. Everybody breathe for just a moment. Just like woosah, rub your ears, meditate.
You better feel like,
Breathe. It is only second period. You should not be this excited.
too much sugar cheese.
Do you need to lose a point too?
Yeah, he does. He
I didn't do that. I looked at you.
I wasn't talking to you. My life does not revolve around you.
Oh.
Alright, determine whether each pair of lines is parallel, perpendicular, or neither. For them to be parallel, what kind of slope do they have to have?
Oh, I know. No, the same.
Same slope. Alright, so I'm going to write this down. Parallel, same slope.
It flipped.
Perpendicular, opposite what?
I know the first one.
Slope, reciprocal.
Opposite reciprocal. So it's got to flip and be different signs, and neither, it doesn't match this. Are we ready?
Yep.
I'm going to set this right here. Now let's look at this guy. This is our number in front of x, right? So that's my slope here. This is my slope. Now, these are opposite, but are they reciprocals?
No.
No.
No,
Neither.
neither.
Oh my God. I closed up.
Write it in marker. If you got it right, put a check by
I've
it.
been had that already. I ain't even got no.
Look at you. I'm super proud of you, so put a check by it. If you got it right, put a check by it.
So, like other ones that we got right, we're going to check mine too.
Yes, Pumpkin.
Like the ones before this.
It's fine, Pumpkin. I'll be able to compare your marker to your pencil. I'm a pretty smart chick sometimes.
I didn't have to decide.
Not all the time. Alright? So this one is negative 3/5. Now, do we have this in slope intercept form?
No.
The first one. This guy is not in slope intercept form. Can I come over here and solve him?
Not without stuff in the second.
Do we know how to solve for y?
Yes.
Yeah, we do. Let's do it. Without screaming at me, can someone tell me what the first step is to solve for y? Bronson. No.
Oh.
You add five.
Look at you go.
I was thinking.
Add 5x. Take a point, Kimberly.
I thought, damn.
But you didn't say it. Now, can I combine 5x and 9?
No, because it's not like her. Let me look at this one.
Okay, now,
you can't even do it.
Bronson, can you tell me what to do from
Now
here?
divide by
Now divide by 3 on both sides. Do I divide both terms or just one of the term?
Oh. So we y equals 5 by 3 x plus 3.
Okay. Now, for this one, we're looking at this guy and this guy. Are they opposite? Are they opposite signs? Are they reciprocals? Did they flip?
Yes.
So, perpendicular. If you got it right, put a check by it.
I got all these right.
How we doing?
Okay.
You tired?
Yeah.
right, let's look at C as in potato.
I know it. Can I say?
Well, this one, what's our slope here?
It's X, 1X.
1, okay. So everybody write a 1 there. And is y by itself here?
Yes.
No.
No. What do I need to do?
So divide 3 on both sides.
Austin, breathe. Woosa. Omasa. Omaha. Something. So 3 divided by 3 is 1 and 2/3. Now, this has a slope of 1. This has a slope of 1. What are they?
Parallel.
Parallel.
I said parallel.
Oh my god.
I said something.
If you didn't get them right, is it okay?
No.
Yes, it is.
You get it right.
No, we are practicing. We are learning. And isn't it better to try than to not try at all? It is better to try than to not try at all. All right, let's look at D. Is everybody ready? Y'all are a bunch of crazy people. All right, so this guy right here. Let's look at the bottom one before we look at the top. Let's look at this one. Now, how would I get y?
Put it 1 foot back line.
Minus y then is that.
Everybody breathe. Everybody breathe. That's not taking a deep breath. You're going to hyperventilate over there. All right, we need to get y by itself. So what would we do?
You subtract what?
Subtract 1.
And you would get y equals 4x minus 1. Okay? Now, so what's our slope of this one?
4.
4. Now, you would think this one is 4, but is y by itself yet?
No.
No.
Okay. So what would we need to do?
Divide by
That's
4.
minus 17.
Divide by 4.
Austin, breathe.
First out there.
Nope. We're trying to get y by itself. So we.
No,
Stop interrupting my
minus
wife.
17. Minus 17.
Teacher.
Oh, I think I know. I think I know.
Sierra.
But you have to like multiply the.
Nope. First.
It's minus 17.
Minus 17.
Like 50 times.
I know, but I wanted you to give other people a chance because you're yelling like a crazy person.
No one else gets right with me. Austin.
You don't give them a chance to even think. You know that's a true
They
statement.
don't think fast enough. Right? Us.
Okay, now, not Austin and not Reggie. How do I get rid of the 8 in front of the Y?
Yo.
Who are you yelling, Tater Tot?
What you gonna do?
No, I want somebody's team besides Bo Battens to answer. Jorge, how would we get rid of that 8 out there? Or the 1/8, rather.
Oh, I know.
They don't.
Put it on the rig.
Thank you. Multiply by what? I know, I'm making you participate. Multiply by what? You're like talking into your hand and I can't hear you. What number do I multiply by? What number is on bottom? Ocho. Gracias. Multiply everything by 8.
Can they also talk down?
What's 4 times 8 besides Austin and Reggie? Take a point, Jorge.
30. Wait,
I'm changing my name.
Now, we don't even have to multiply by 17. Are those the same slope?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, no.
Neither.
Neither. I gotta go.
What's up, the number?
I know the name.
Okay. Wait just a second. Everybody breathe again. Reggie, take an actual breath.
A lot of people want to.
I'm ready now.
We're not worried about them, just we're worried about our math. Okay. Now, this one is in slope-intercept form. What's our slope?
Your slope is X. So it's 1. Basically 1.
Not Reggie and not Austin. Now, this guy right here, we've got to get X over here. So how would I move X? What? You're talking into your hand.
What she said?
Which,
Minus X.
Minus x. Look at you go. Is that what you were saying, Jorge? As you're talking into your hand?
I tell her that.
No.
I think I heard that. I think I heard that. It's a cheater over there.
Now-
I might not be right. I'm like,
Did you say it, Giovanni? Take a point. All right. This is 1. This is -1. Are those opposites?
They,
If I flip them, are they reciprocals?
Yeah.
Yes. So it is perpendicular. Because if you flip 1, you still get 1, guys.
I have all check marks.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, hi.
Can I talk now?
No.
Can we not
You're
talk the
still
whole-
talking.
the whole class?
this is the best class. I like this.
I'm glad. Okay, let's look at F. Now, let's start with our top one. Y'all are not allowed to talk.
But I ain't got a kid.
Alright, so somebody from Slytherin over here. Tell me what to do first on this one. You would add 8. Take a point, Slytherin. Alright, somebody from Gryffindor. Tell me what I do next.
Yeah, who is it?
You subtract.
Divide by 2. Take a point. Somebody from Hufflepuff. Jorge, your table. Do I divide both or 1? Yes. And what's 5 divided by 2? What's 8 divided by 2? Take 2 points. He answered 2 questions.
Why here?
Now, because I asked him to. Why are you worried about it?
Because I want to.
All right. Ravenclaw, you get the next one. Yep.
Oh, this was, hey, this was.
All right, now, Ravenclaw, can I flip this over so that I can have my Y out front?
No. Unless you add.
I can flip it over, guys.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah.
It's okay to flip. So I'm going to rewrite it as 5y equals 2x minus 8. Now, Ravenclaw, tell me what to do from here.
5.
Not Austin.
But I'm in Raven.
Let somebody else from your
My
table.
name is Raven.
Girls or Nick, can y'all help him? I'm not saying he's wrong, but I want you to answer. Are you sure? Say it with confidence. There you go. All right, take a point. Do I divide both or 1? Everybody. Both.
So then what they call for?
2/5 x minus 8/5. Now, are these reciprocals?
No.
They are reciprocals. If you said yes, take a point. Are they opposite?
No.
No. So this is neither.
Not right. You got rock on sales. I got 6 points.
No one.
I care because it's their grade. And they care because it's their grade. Alright. G. The first one is in slope-intercept form. Durmstrang, I want you to help me solve this the bottom one. That's all back there. Damien and Alexis. Tell me how to solve this bottom one for Y. We're trying,
He told me.
no. We're trying to get Y by itself, so how do I move this?
Hey. I just say it.
I'm pointing at you, pointing at it and telling you what to do. So I'm trying to get Y by itself, how do I move this? How? It's a negative, so how would I move it?
My name is Jim. My name is Jim.
No, it's a negative, so how would I move it? Stop.
No, dude, it's a.
Honey, it's a minus. What's the opposite of minus? You can do it. Stop. Let him tell me. So what do I add to both sides? 6. Fantastic. Take a point. And you get, no, he's mad, so he's not going to answer. Y equals 6x minus 4. Now, Bobattens, what's the slope of this one?
6x.
What is the slope of this one? No, taters.
Minus 46x.
Breathe. Stop answering and let your whole group have a minute to think. What is the slope of this one besides Reggie? What is the slope of this line?
Oh, it's it.
It's 6. All right, what is the slope of this one? Are they the same? So what kind of line?
Parallel.
Parallel. Take a point. Yes.
Oh, negative 6.
Okay. What is the slope? Our last one, and then we're turning this in.
Negative 2x.
Stop. Hater. Gryffindor, tell me what the slope is of this bottom equation.
Yes, I do.
Okay, Hufflepuff, negative O2. Take a point.
Wait, I can.
And what is the slope of the first one, Gryffindor?
Did I just say it?
Now, are these opposite?
No.
Oh, they did it the whole time.
Yes.
Everybody, see?
Are these opposite?
Yes.
Are they reciprocals?
Yes.
Perpendicular. Oh,
You did good today.
we did great today.
Especially in the observation.
Especially me.
Right. Yeah, they- you know, you should go in there.
It was a little frightening.